Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm building a Spring AI application that is powered by large language model. So let's directly jump into my screen and I will show you how you can build an entire application uh, in your system using large language models. So first we'll have to initialize a project, and to initialize a project in Spring AI, here we'll be using Spring Initializer. So directly head towards the Spring Initializer website. So type Spring Initializer in your browser and hit enter. Hit towards the first link. Okay. When you are on Spring Initializer, you'll have to choose different things like what is your preferred language. So here I'll be using Java. Pick your build type. So here I'm using Maven as my build tool. Then select the Spring Boot version. I'll be using 3.5.4, and here you have to give some details. So here quickly I'm adding the details. Just be on hold. Project group ID. Okay, we have filled the necessary details, and I have used packaging as jar, and I have used Java 17 version. Once that is done, you have to add the dependency. To expose REST API, we need a pretty famous web dependency, Spring Web. So just click add. We need one more dependency, but currently that Spring AI dependency is not present in Spring Initializer, so we'll have to add it manually. Okay, so let's click generate. I will not generate it for now, but I have already generated this project in my local, but you'll have to click the generate. When you click generate, you'll get some file like this, sentimentanalyzer.zip. You have to unzip this project and open the unextracted file in your desired IDE. So let me open the file in my IDE. So here I am using IntelliJ Ultimate Edition. Okay, you can also use this file in IntelliJ Community Edition as well. So once you have dump your file in IntelliJ, you will see something like this. This is the pretty basic Spring project structure. Inside source, we have main, Java, and here we have a Spring Initializer main class. Under we have a resource. Then we have some target files. This is the pom.xml. Okay, so here we have to add a dependency that is used to connect with large language models. So for that, I'm using dependency. I'm adding the dependency. Let's add dependency Spring AI Bedrock converse Spring Boot starter, and this is the dependency coming from org.springframework.ai. Okay, and we have a version called 1.0. This is all we need. What this dependency will do, it will directly try to fetch the model from AWS Bedrock. Okay, I will explain what AWS Bedrock is, but currently that is out of the scope of this video. So we have our dependencies ready. Let's try to create a REST API through which the model will communicate. So let's create a package called controller, and it's very hard to type code and speak at the same time and maintain an eye contact with camera, but bear with me guys. Okay, so where are we? We have to create a class. So let's name our class called sentiment controller. Okay, since we need REST controller, with REST controller, and we will be needing, we'll need okay, so we have a controller ready, we have added the dependency. What is missing? uh, okay, so let's understand some context here. So to power any AI application, we use large language models, LLMs. And what LLMs will do, LLM will give you some API key. And this API key will be using in our application to communicate with LLM. There are many LLM that, for example, GPT, GPT-4, GPT-3, that is from OpenAI. We have a LLM called Claude 3.4, Claude 4, Claude 2.5. That is from Anthropic. We have a LLM called DeepSeek. That is from, I don't know who is a parent company, but it is from China. For example, we have a LLM called Perplexity AI. There are multiple different variety of large language models. Each has their own use case, but everyone will, if you want to use that LLM in your code, you'll have to use their API key. Okay, so currently I have a API key from Claude 3.5. I will try to integrate this API key in my project, and then I will try to communicate through that LLM. And then we have a Spring AI application. Currently we are working on this part, and we'll, okay, and then we'll, and here we I have my sentiment and application. So you got the flow, right? How the flow is chaining. Sentiment analyzer is calling Spring AI. Uh, Spring AI is calling large language model with API key, and this is how we are getting the response. Okay, so this is a pretty base, pretty fast, not basic, pretty fast, pretty basic theory. So that is done. Okay, so let's create a flow where which we will be passing API key, and that and those detail will put in this application.yaml properties. Okay, so this is the structure you have to follow. It's a preset rule, Spring AI. Then we have a Bedrock is a service from AWS. I'll also create a detailed tutorial on AWS Bedrock. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Then region, we have an access key. Then we have something called this, their indentation is missing. This reason, access key and secret key is should be on the same level. Secret key. Okay, and then we have converse chat options and model. Okay, so so here we need four details. Reason, for example, where my uh, large language model instance is formed, like where is my reason, where we are. Okay, and the same way we'll pass the access key, secret key, and model ID. Okay, so for the security purpose, I'm just quickly, okay, so now we have the structure of YAML file. So here we'll need some data like model ID, access key, secret key. These two things are very sensitive, so never share with anyone. Okay, so where is my model ID? So let's put the model ID. So this is extremely important to connect with our large language models, and whatever large language model we'll use, everyone will provide you some kind of API key, and those type of API key you can use it. These two things are very sensitive, so never share with anyone. Okay, so where is my model ID? So let's put the model ID that I got from AWS Bedrock, and the model ID is of one second, let me search. Yeah, so it is from Anthropic Claude 3.5. So the same way I have put in my model ID, and I will put my secret key, access key, and reason. Once that is done, I will I'm good to go. Like I will ready to connect my LLM. So let's move and write some code at our controller. As you can see, so here we need some details. Once again, let me write the code. So private bedrock proxy chat model, and this is a chat model that we are using. We'll auto add it. Okay, and then we'll create a get method. So public string sentiment analyze sentiment. Okay, here we'll be taking request param, and type should be string. Is of text, can be anything. Okay, and this will get exposed from get mapping, and the endpoint would be slash sentiment. Okay, now let's write the prompt. Prompt is very important. There is a detailed video on prompt engineering I have planned, so that will be very shown on this video. So just be with me, and yeah, I will share the prompt engineering video soon. Okay, this channel is fully focused on AI with implementation thing. Okay, so write a prompt. String prompt equal to, you can see, analyze the sentiment of mm, mm, this text. Which text? The text that is coming in the input. Okay, now respond with positive, negative, or neutral. Okay, neutral only. So I have write my prompt, and this is the Unicode for that thumbs up character. So let's see if it is working or not. And once the prompt is ready, we'll call our model on this prompt. Okay, so that is pretty simple. Return chat model. This chat model is coming from here, and then call prompt. Okay, so insert semicolon. Okay, so there is one extra semicolon. So now I think our application is ready. Let's test this. Finger crossed. So let's run our application and test it. We'll test using Postman. So let's test whether it is working or not. So as you can see, our application is getting started, and it is started successfully on port 8080, as you can see here. So let's directly jump onto the Postman. So my Postman is on the screen. Let me put it here. Okay, so as you can see, clear response. So here I'm using this text. I just got promoted. Let's see what large language model is doing. And we are trying to call uh, slash sentiment endpoint on port 8080, where our application is currently running. Yeah, it's run successfully. Yeah, as you can see, it's run. As you can see, it runs successfully. Okay, let's test on some more text. Okay, what? Okay, so now let's test the sentiment analyzer on one more scenario. Like USA just imposed 50% tariff on India. You can see it's saying that it's a negative sentence. So this large language model is able to identify where the statement is positive or negative. So and you can use these capabilities in your project, and as you can see, and the companies can use this type of applications in querying the customer feedback, where human intervention is needed as of now, but in future these kind of tasks will going to be automated with this sentiment analyzer AI. Okay, so if you watch this video till now, thank you so much guys, and please subscribe my video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.